This tastes, looks, and has the same texture as a real fish. However, it's made from seitan and tofu. This might be disappointing to the non-vegans watching this, but I recommend you try it and see for yourself. If you're wondering why make a mockfish in the first place when there is plenty of fish in the sea, leave a comment on the video. I'm sure you will find your answer. Hush. In this cup I have what I like to call seawater. It's not really seawater, but it smells very much like it. I added here 1 tablespoon of kelp granules, which is made from this sea plant here. I ordered this online. It's quite cheap and you can probably find it in large stores as well. Then I crumbled a sheet of roasted seaweed and added about half a cup of hot water to it. I'll leave this to steep for a couple of hours before using it. For the fish meat, you will need a food processor. I'll break about 400 grams of firm tofu into big pieces, then add to it 4 tablespoons of the seawater we made. Make sure to strain it first so the fish meat doesn't become green. Then I'll spice it by adding half teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of cumin powder, half teaspoon of lemon salt or citric acid, quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of oil, and the 2 tablespoons of egg replacement which I forgot. I made another batch to which I added the missing egg replacement. We will see the difference in a bit. I recommend using the egg replacement, but you can substitute it with any type of starch you have. Once you have all the ingredients in, run the food processor at high for a few minutes until the tofu is broken into small pieces. Now it's time to add 1 cup of vital wheat gluten and run it again. You want the seitan dough to come together in a bowl. If it doesn't, add 1 or 2 more tablespoons of seawater. You might want to secure your machine at this point to save it from this untamed sea creature. Once you have a dough bowl, transfer it to a flat surface and work it a little with your hands. I took out about 100 grams and put it back in the food processor. Then added the soaked seaweed and kelp to it without the water. Don't throw the remaining seawater, we will use that later. Run the food processor again until the seitan and seaweed are combined. The resulting dough will be greenish in color and much more fishy. We will use this as the backbone darker meat. Divide the main dough into 3 equal parts, then shape it with your hands. I'm going for a rectangular shape, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Roll the darker dough into 12 long sticks. Each is around the same length as the rectangular dough. Each part of the dough will produce 4 pieces of fish, so you can divide the ingredients into thirds beforehand if you want smaller portions. Now imagine a diagonal line dividing each dough into 2 triangles. Each triangle's center will have one of those darker meat sticks. So add them to the dough and press them well, then flip it and add the other 2 on the back side. This is a little confusing, but I got it correctly and so should you. I wrapped all 3 pieces in parchment paper and steamed them for 50 minutes, and that was my second mistake. The steamed seitan had bubbles. I was going for 40 minutes steam, but I left it for 10 extra minutes. I also didn't wrap it as tight. In the second batch, I made 1/3 of the recipe. I added the egg replacement and wrapped it with aluminum foil over the parchment paper to make it tighter and prevent it from expanding. I steamed it for 35 minutes, then removed the foil and steamed it for 5 more minutes in parchment paper only. This resulted in a very smooth and soft texture, so avoid making my mistakes and be precise with your timing. I'm going to cut each seitan dough diagonally and then in half, creating 4 similar fish shapes. Then make side cuts and 45-degree inner cuts to represent the fish meat. I'll also remove a thin line from the middle to make it look a bit more realistic and cut out any square edges. It's starting to look more like a fish now. I'll marinate the cut pieces in a brine made of few cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, half teaspoon of salt, the remaining seawater, and a generous squeeze of lemon. Marinating for a couple of hours should be fine, but I left them in the fridge overnight, and that definitely added to the taste. If you're not a fan of this marinade, you can remove the ingredients you don't like, but I would recommend keeping the lemon and cumin at least with the seawater. Make sure to cover it well so it doesn't dry out. We will add the skin when it's time to cook them. It's made of rice paper and seaweed sheets. Wet your rice paper in warm water and lay it flat, then put the seaweed over it and squeeze some lemon on top. You should be able to fit around 4 pieces inside of this. Make sure to remove any garlic pieces stuck to the back. Cut around the pieces but leave about half a centimeter from the edges. The skin tends to shrink especially when you fry it. Once the fish is ready, transfer it to an oven tray or aluminum foil. I made a boat out of 3 layers of foil and oiled it, placed the fish pieces, topped it with the marinade water, lemon, and tomato slices. Cover it with another layer of foil so it doesn't dry out in the oven, and cook it for 30 minutes at 200 degrees. This comes out steamy, soft, and your kitchen will definitely smell like fish. If you're a fried fish person, then I recommend making the sauce. You will see how I came up with the name in a second. It's made out of garlic, cumin, lemon, and chili, with a dash of salt and few spoons of water. To fry the fish, get the pan hot and ready with some oil. Throw some marinating sauce on top of the fish and lay its skin face up. Fry that for 1 minute only, then flip it to keep the meat tender. Fry the skin side for a few minutes until the skin is crunchy and beautiful. And right before you take it off the heat, add your sauce. Now you know where the name came from. I like to serve this on top of some sticky rice and tahini sauce. This has exceeded my expectations. If you like this and want to see more, hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. Thank you for watching and enjoy the B-roll.